morning. Big John, how you doing, sir? Hope the day finds you good this Sunday morning. We're just a couple of miles north of Montgomery, Alabama, here on I-65 southbound.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
We are bobtailing all the way from Grand Meadow, Minnesota, from headquarters back down here to Tuskegee, Alabama. About 1,060 miles. We're going to pick up our trailer. The load I had on when I had that accident last Friday, not this past Friday, the Friday before last, somebody else picked up that tractor and the two spare tires and the two dually tires and took that on out to California. So now we got a replacement truck, as you can see. Now we're heading down here to pick up our trailer. And then we will come down here. Hello, Kiana, how you doing? Hope Seraphina's doing okay. So like I said, we got to go get down here into Montgomery, where you can start seeing the skyline there a little bit, what Montgomery's skyline is. We're going to turn north onto I-85. We're going to take that up to Tuskegee. We're going to pick up our trailer. And I think the best thing for me to do, I could stop back at Shorter, Alabama.
Take exit 171 on the right onto I-85 toward Atlanta.
You got the Loves.
Reduced ahead.
Come on, shut up. We got the Loves and a Petra there at Shorter, but I've already spent more than enough time there. I'm not going back there again. I'm going to come down here to a little bit south of Montgomery to Hope Hull. H-O-P-E-H-U-L-L. Hope Hull. I'm going to come back to the Pilot Flying J there. And there's also a Loves right there, but I'd rather stay there than up at Shorter. They have basically the same amount of, there really is nothing there at Hope Hull, but I prefer that over Shorter. And I'm not going to go north.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
Because if I went north towards Atlanta, I have to go all the way up to like Noonan to get to a truck stop, or Columbus. I'd rather just come right down here, personally. Yeah, we're in another 389 Peterbilt. Same exact model as I was in. That's what we drive here typically at Valley Transportation. Now there's a few W900s and there's a few there's some T680s for the van side. There's a few other heavier models, heavy haul models, really 20,000 front axle trucks and 4-axle trucks, but for the most part, the 389 Peterbilt is standard for this company. So my truck, the one that got damaged the other Friday, the 19th, that was a 2022 model. This one's a 2020. So we're a little bit on the older side here. This truck has 315,700 miles now. And we put 1,000 miles on it since we picked it up. Just to get from Minnesota back down here to Alabama.
71 on the right onto I-85 toward Atlanta.
So yesterday,
take the first exit on the right onto I-85. Roll over a warning ahead. Keep left onto I-85 toward Atlanta.
You know, shut up is what you need to do. Let me turn that volume off. All right, so we left Grand Meadow, Minnesota Friday at 1 p.m. I got down to Mount Pleasant, Iowa, to the Pilot Flying J there. I was able to get, you know, some stuff put away and kind of organized. I was able to get my some laundry done, which greatly helps my, you know, my mood and, you know, just, you know, be comfortable. You know, I like wearing shorts sometimes, but that's all I wore for a week. Shorts. We don't need no more of that. Now, there are times where, you know, we're just wear shorts. We're not dealing with the receiver, not dealing with a customer, a shipper, receiver. We're not doing anything. Yeah, John, we're still doing the oversized heavy haul. I am now, instead of pulling a step deck trailer, I now pull an RGN trailer. So I pull bigger stuff, heavier stuff, wider stuff than what I pulled before. So I am more likely to be overweight than I used to be. So. And I'll get into pulling a combine or, you know, a big bulldozer, you know, something, you know, where I'm going to be pushing up to 100,000 pounds with this truck, with the truck I drive. So, you know, you know, we're going to, you know, have some bigger stuff, you know, than what we have in the past, but which is what I want to do. I want to progress. I want to get, you know, I want to move up in the number of axles I drive, the stuff I carry, you know, so whatnot. So we got about 40 miles here, roughly, up to Tuskegee, which is just a little bit south of Opelika, Auburn, right here off of I-85. So this is basically the furthest I've ever driven bobtail ever in my trucking career. Well, that's the thing. If you don't, to me, if I'm not learning something new, what's the point of being alive? You know, grow, get better, get smarter, get wiser. You know, it just makes me I would like to think it makes me a better person, because you never know when that's going to be needed, not just for yourself, but for somebody else. You know, if you learn more about cars and how they work and everything else, I mean, somebody's broken down the side of the road, you might be able to help that person get back on the road. You know how to build a house. You can help somebody fix their roof. You know, fix a broken window, whatnot, you know. Oh yeah, true. I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, I like stability, I like, you know, comfort, but when you're not using your brain, when you're not growing, I mean, what worth are you to yourself? That's the way I look at it. If I'm not doing something, I'm not worth anything just to myself. I'm definitely not worth anything to my wife if I'm not growing and learning and getting better and, you know, being productive in all ways possible. like I said, we a little while ago, about almost not even a full month ago, we switched over from a step deck trailer to an RGN trailer. It is a bit more work physically, but overall, I mean, it's not difficult. I mean, there's a process I have to go through and things I have to do in a very specific order to take the neck off of the trailer so that I can drive stuff on and off. But, it takes a few minutes. It's not that hard. I mean, when you get somewhere, you got to break that trailer apart to either pick up a load or drop it off. You park nice and straight, as level ground, flat ground as you can, front to back, left and right. You lower your airbags. You take off your airlines. You pull your pin. You pull your fifth wheel pin. You pull out from under the trailer. That drops the whole trailer down, and then drops the neck down. Drops what they call the hat, the front deck of the trailer. Drops that down. You go back under the trailer. You go under there. You take your dog bones off. You take your shackles off. Put them out of the way. You take off your airlines and your electrical line from the deck of the trailer to the neck. You take those off, stow those away so they don't get run over and damaged. You take the truck. You back under the truck. You hook back up to your gooseneck. You pull your stinger pin, or you pull your stinger pin. You put a 4x4 board on the rails, on the ramps of the truck, underneath the neck of the trailer. You go and raise your airbags. When that board, when the trailer and the truck squeeze together, that board's in the way, so that lifts the rest of the neck up to allow the trailer to be broken apart. When that's fully up, then you pull forward. You pull forward enough so that whatever you're putting on or taking off has room to maneuver. Then once you do whatever you do, either loading or unloading, you release your stinger pin, so that gets put into plate. It butts right up to a block. It's spring loaded, and it butts right up to a block that a locking ring on the neck of the trailer, on the hat of the trailer. When that goes in there, push that block out of the way. That pin comes in perpendicular and locks it in, so it holds it in place. Then you lower your airbags, pull your fifth wheel pin, you pull out, the whole thing drops down, locks in aligns itself. You reattach your dog bones, you reattach your shackles, hook up your airline and your electrical line. You pull back up under the trailer, you raise your airbags, lifts the trailer up, reattach your air hose, electrical line from the truck to the hat. You put your neck board away so it doesn't get lost, and you're ready to go. Easy peasy process. It's just remembering to do it, and once you want, like any other skill, any other process that you learn how to do it, and then after a while, you don't even think about it. I don't think about how I make spaghetti sauce. I just do it. It's like, I need to do this and this step and that step. And I don't. It's not a complicated process. Hello, James. How you doing? Not James. No, Annie. How you doing, Annie? Sorry, I'm a little bit blind at that distance, that small writing. I need the vision on the road, not on the screen. So there you go. Little Costco here. One of the best eye exams I ever had was at the optical department here at this Costco. That's where I got the glasses that I'm wearing today, right there. The lady who was doing my exam explained everything, was courteous, was civil and polite. That was a great place to get an eye exam done. And I've had it done elsewhere, but that place I actually enjoyed the service I got at that Costco, at that ophthalmologist. So, it's not really kind of place you can really get a truck into easily. I mean, I did it once to pick my glasses up, but unless I'm bobtailing, I'm not going to try to pull in there again. Only really made for the trucks delivering to Costco, in and out, but there's no other place to really park. So I wouldn't do that again. Oh, perfect. Well, like I said, pulling the RG in now, the truck I drive went from around 33,000 pounds for a truck and trailer and all my stuff, all the equipment, tools, my personal effects, whatnot. I went about 33,000 pounds to running just around 39,500 pounds, which that's 5,000, 6,000 pounds extra. It's easier to be overweight now than it was before. With the same exact load, even if I pulled the same exact type of loads, which is kind of difficult in a way, but it's just going to put me over weight more than I ever have been before. On a step deck trailer, I've been overweight twice. I've done 4 loads with this truck, with this trailer, and I've been overweight twice already. So, not by much, but it's just going to happen. The truck and trailer itself is just heavier. I'm going to be picking up loads that are bigger, and of course, as a consequence, heavier. But it's not. That's what I do. That's the type of trucking that I've always wanted to do. So, like they say, be careful what you wish for. Just might get it. All right, so about 25 miles north here, we're going to get off to exit 38, Tuskegee, Notasulga, Notasulga, Notasulga. No. I wish. Hell, if I could carry a 10,000 pound wood-fired pizza oven on here, I would. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. We could try. I mean, I don't think they'd like that, but we could try. As long as they give me a permit, I'll go. Okay. Now, it's been a little while since I've actually been on this stretch of I-85 going north. My first job as a truck driver was going from Brewton, Alabama, which is way down to I-65, a little bit north of Pensacola, Florida. There's a Georgia Pacific paper factory right there. They make big giant rolls of like brown paper, stuff like that there, cardboard, construction type, paper and cardstock type paper at there. And I would bring big old rolls of that in a van trailer all the way up to Atlanta, Georgia, on the west side, the Fulton Industrial area. Camp Creek Road, Campbellton Road, that area right there. Fulton Industrial Parkway. And I would do that, back and forth. Take a loaded trailer up, bring that empty trailer back, pick up a new loaded trailer, rinse and repeat. So, 263 miles one way, 265 miles back the other way, just because of the way the road is. And the route that I would take. So that wasn't bad to learn. But I did that for 13 months. I went to Melton Truck Lines. I was there for 53 weeks, a year and a week. I came to Valley. I was basically at Valley for 2.5 years. Stupid me left. Oh, it would be awesome. I won't deny that. All right, construction, slow down to 60 miles an hour. Like I said, I left after a year and a half because, the grass is greener, quote unquote. Man, slowing down to 45. And of course, this Freightliner behind me is probably not going to slow down. He's catching me pretty quick. Like I said, I went to Tucker Freight for about 8 months. That wasn't working out the way I wanted it to. I mean, I had a pretty good dedicated route doing, but the vehicles I was given to drive just wasn't. Yeah, do you know how to drive? 45 miles an hour means 45 miles an hour, not whatever you want. You need to learn how to drive, dumbass. 45. Frischards out of Louisiana, driving like a reckless idiot, speeding through a work zone. Way to go, Frischards. 53203 is the trailer. You just might get a little call from safety from it. Tailgating, speeding in a work zone. Yeah, you're just an amazing truck driver, ain't you? I hate that. I really, really hate that. I do everything I'm supposed to do to be safe and legal, and knuckleheads like that on the road, giving me the middle finger as he passes by. Yeah. I'm not impressed. Lord. Yeah, so like I said, I did that for 8 months there, and instead of coming right back to Valley like I should have, I went to Keene Thummel out of New Market, Iowa, southeast, Iowa. We passed a little way station. All right, we are back at the scene of the crime, quote unquote, as it were. Not this bridge. Right here, right to our right here, This is where I stopped, after my accident. This bridge right here was where it occurred. Right into the guardrail I went. I can see where my damage was. That's right where it occurred on the 19th, Friday the 19th. And they brought me right back up here to Shorter, right at this exit right here. Stayed at the Days Inn, blah, blah, blah. Went back up to Minnesota. Now we're right back. So we got about 20 miles north up here to Tuskegee. Where we need? No, I have blown tire. Blown steer tire on my passenger side. So pop right into it. Bam. And almost immediately. It's like less than a second. The tire blew right into the guardrail. Just didn't even have an ability to react to the tire blowing. So, like I said, I've driven this road, let's see, 9 weeks up and down this road every single day. Of course, the weekend, but for the most part, about 65 times, 60 times up and down this road. I know the road well enough to know that at that bridge, those two bridges we just passed, little concrete bridges, the road narrows. You lose your shoulder and it narrows up. Maybe a foot and a half from the white line to the Jersey wall. I'm 10 foot wide. Plus I'm in an RGN, so I'm lower than I would have been in a step deck, so I know I need to move over more. But when you're driving along like we are right now, 70 miles an hour, and the road is nice and steady, the road is nice and flat, you don't see anything, then all of a sudden your tire blows away, and you immediately go into the wall. Maybe not even a second goes by. There's nothing you can do about it. You pray your seatbelt is holding you. You're just keeping yourself in control of you more than anything else. Now, if I had been driving a step deck trailer, I might have gone over the guardrail. But as it was, because my center of mass was, about 2.5 feet lower almost, because of that RGN, that kept me, plus I was at the Jersey wall for the bridge, that kept me upright. And then once I got past the bridge and the shoulder went over, then the truck just pulled right over up against the guardrail as well. And that section of guardrail had been replaced not too long before. So like right here, the wall, this is not a Jersey wall, but that's how it is. Guardrail, onto the bridge, you lose your space, then winds back out again. Now thankfully I didn't have, the guardrail's in the way of that berm there in the trees, or else I could have gone, flipped over on my passenger side and then into the woods. It would have been, that's what would have happened. But thank goodness I had my seatbelt on, the guardrail was there, the bridge had a Jersey wall style, wall to it, kept me upright, kept me straight, kept me out of the woods. Nobody else was involved, nobody else was hurt, no the cars were damaged, my load wasn't damaged, the trailer wasn't damaged from what I could see. So, all in all, For an accident, it's about as good as it could be. No personal injury, no death, nobody else involved. The load wasn't damaged. Yeah, the truck, I mean, severe damage to the truck, you know, $60,000, $70,000 of damage to the truck. Unfortunately, you know. In all the accidents I've ever had, that's the only one where I've been moving. Every accident I've ever had, I was sitting in a truck stop parking lot and I was hit by another truck driver. Now, granted, you know, this is not, there's nothing, I don't think I did anything wrong. I mean, I'd always do my pre-trips. I always check my tire pressures. I always check my tread depth. It's not required. Once a month, I go around the truck. I take my tread depth measurement and pressure at the same time. I go around, I check all 18 of my tires. I write it down on a sheet of paper. I print it out. I put that in my file box for when I do my maintenance checks. My monthly maintenance forms for the truck and the trailer. Nobody else does it. I do that. Well, I mean, unbalanced wheels will do that. You know, you may need to have the wheels balanced. So, you know, I mean, this truck basically has new tires all over it. It's been in through the shop before I got it. So, you know, everything's been checked out, cleaned, and you know, everything's up to snuff. There's some things about it that are a little bit quirky. The way it shifts is a little bit different, the way it, with the trailer on. And then it's going to be a little bit different when I have a load on. So, but we'll figure it out. All right, we got about 12 miles up here to Tuskegee, about 8 miles. To our, whoa. What that was about. Lord. I think I caught the edge there a little bit. See, it can happen in the blink of an eye. Even when you're paying attention to what you're doing, things can still catch you out. Now, as an oversized heavy haul guy, I'm used to riding on the fog line, on the white line to my right. You know, I only use the zipper, the dotted line in the middle, when I absolutely need to have that space because I'm hanging out on my right side, you know, a foot, 2 foot, 3 foot on my right side. So I have to move over so I don't hit anything over there. Park, you know, disabled car, the road just narrows, you know, narrow bridge, you know, whatnot. That's just part of what we do, you know, in oversized. Tuskegee University Institute of National Historic Sites. Now, right here, to our left here, this is Franklin, Alabama, and up in front of us to our right is going to be Tuskegee. Then north of that on I-85, northeast, is going to be Auburn, and then Opelika. Like I said, we're gonna get our trailer. We're gonna head back down and just a little bit south of Montgomery to the Pilot Flying J there. free showers. I got 2 blankets. I got 2 thin, smallish blankets I want to wash. So we're going to do that. I got my pair of overalls or coveralls. I want to wash those because they got grease and dirt all over them. I want to get those washed. I have a couple of t-shirts that have, some pretty heavy globs of grease on them. I'm going to put some stain lifter on them, inside and out. Just rewash those as much as possible. And then, generally, I still have a lot of organization I still need to do. I still have stuff in the front here I need to put up. I need to attach my satellite radio antenna, mount that here inside. I don't think I'm going to find a CB mount because the one that's in this truck is way too wide. Well, he said he was going to try to do so, but he's getting acclimatized to the new job. So, I think he's worried a little bit more about, make sure he's doing things correctly before, he picks that up again. I think he's going to worry more about that and Jake and Panda before he worries about, another video. Which I don't blame him. I mean, I haven't done an edited video here on YouTube over 2 years. So, I can attest to, shooting the. I can attest to what it takes to get that off of the camera and into a hard drive. Then I can attest to what it takes to edit a video, music and titles and subtitles and, putting all the things together and making sure that you have everything quote unquote legal for copyright and making sure you're not being a foul mouth. We all slip. I mean, most of us slip. I'm not gonna say we all. I mean, I do it, unfortunately. I slip once in a while. Somebody angers me and I vent it out verbally instead of physically. And then you got to have a good internet connection to be able to publish it. It just takes a lot of time to do that. I enjoy doing that, but I enjoy talking with my wife way more than I enjoy doing YouTube. I mean, I just started recently doing live streams again on YouTube. So, it's when he puts up a video, when I have time, I watch, So, we do what we can as we can. All right. Exit 38 here in 1 mile, Tuskegee. This is what we want right here. That's here. Like I said, we're going to get in here. We're going to get our trailer hooked up. We're going to double check everything. Make sure we're all good. Like I said, we'll get down to the pilot at Hope Hull, just south of Montgomery. I forget it's been a while, so I forget what exit number it is. We'll park down there for the weekend. Like I said, I got a little bit more organizing and putting stuff away here in the truck. I was going to make some spaghetti last night, but I said I was busy, putting things away and whatnot, so I really didn't get around to it. By the time, I had a moment to sit down, it was already 9 o'clock at night. It's like, well, I mean, I could just boil up some Polish sausage and, a little bit of onion, a little Polish sausage, a bun, a little bit of mustard. Now, I'd been fine with that, but 9 o'clock is a little bit too late for me to be eating. I'm not 21 anymore. I'm not able to do that and sleep as comfortably as I would like, without having some kind of indigestion. 52 years old, you got to adapt to being, an old man. I don't feel old. I don't think I'm old, but the body unfortunately says differently sometimes. But whatever, we make do. So like I said, today when I get parked, I'll take my time. I got a pound of ground beef in the refrigerator. I got onions, celery, carrot. I may have to pick up a little bit of milk. I have garlic. I have some Parmesan. I have some Classico pasta sauce, some Barilla spaghetti noodles. Jason, how you doing? Well, thank you. I can use some of that Canadian love. I have one relative, one step aunt who is originally from Nova Scotia. So I have a little bit of that connection up to Canada. Granted, it's out in the maritime area, but I'm going to count it as related. Like I said, so we're going to make a little bit of spaghetti bolognese. I got olive oil. I have, black pepper. I have garlic. I have, I basically have all the ingredients I need. So we're going to make a little bit of spaghetti tonight. And I guess maybe tomorrow I'll do Polish sausage for dinner. And then, because I had to replace everything that was lost out of the refrigerator in the old truck, because sitting around for 5-6 days, thawing out, getting warm. Yeah, no, I'm not taking a chance of eating any of that, because, it's too far gone. So, I had about 8 to 9 chicken thighs. I had about 1.5 pounds, almost 2 pounds of ground beef, bacon, Polish sausages, cheese, mustard, ketchup, Miracle Whip, demi-glace, all kinds of different stuff in there. So, unfortunately, that was around $60 worth of food lost because of that accident. So I stopped yesterday. They're in Bowling Green, Missouri. Did a little bit of shopping for a few things. So I got most of the condiments, most of the basic stuff. So, we're okay with that. And, once I, get settled in the truck and I have the time and the spare money, then and only then can we really get ourselves. All right, this is where we need to be. All right, so they are closed today, but we're going to give them a call. they knew I told them I'd be back down Sunday, so I'm going to have to hang up and say thank you for joining me, especially the new people. Jason, thank you very much. I'll probably do one tomorrow, probably, maybe take a look at the truck and how I got it laid out and the trailer and whatnot. So I might do one tomorrow on Memorial Day. And then I'm on Facebook. So Stephanie and Robert Simmons on Facebook. And like I said, we will see what we can do, and we will go from there. Other than that, I will say thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate it. Don't work too hard. This is the laziest job I ever had in my life. I barely work. I sit on my bum all day, every day. I work too hard. That's a funny joke. So like I said, we'll see you all later. God bless. Stay safe. And have a good day. And have a good weekend for those of us celebrating Memorial Day. And we will talk to you all later. Have a good one.